Hey, what's up? You are watching DenverTV with Denver of Sin City. Let me stop. Today's story time. I'm going to tell you about a story, but before I do, I'm going to say this. Hit that subscribe button. That's like right there. If you haven't already. And get notified. Subscribe. Get notified. Y'all know Granny Ruth Ann gonna get on y'all if you don't. Anyway, alright, that's story time. I am gonna talk about the time that I died. Yes, died. I died in August of 2017. See how I'm alive and kicking now? But no, seriously, I actually died in August of 2017. I was in Columbus, Ohio. And basically, I didn't even know death was knocking at my door. I didn't even know. Basically, how I died was from something very, very simple. Sleep deprivation. Yes, sleep deprivation. A lot of people say, like, oh, I'm sleep deprived, or oh, I need to sleep, or oh, this, or oh, that. I'm here to tell you, get your rest. Those that know me personally, y'all know I'm so serious about my goddamn sleep. So serious about my rest. And I've never really been a person to like to get woke up anyway, or the type of person that is a morning person, you know. I'm the type of person, if I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning, can't even talk. If I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning, best believe that's because I didn't go to sleep yet. I'm not that person to wake up at motherfucking 5 o'clock in the morning. No. But basically, the events that led up to that is I used to actually own a massage boutique. And it was in Columbus, Ohio. Due to the tragic events, I still tried to keep it going, but I realized I have to let it go because I'm going to end up dying again. So, left the East Coast and I went back to the West Coast where I am from. Everybody knows I'm from Vegas. I grew up between Vegas and California, Sacramento. Everybody knows that. Well, if you don't, now you do. But anyway, I moved to Ohio for, a change, basically. And while I was there, I realized, hey, the money that I'm making, I'm going to invest it into something. And I decided to invest it into a massage boutique. I actually had, 6 people working for me. They were all doing massages. Everything was legit. I had a facility and everything like that. But what people don't tell you is when you own a business, there is no day off. There is no moment off. There is no off. And I opened in 2000, it was like the end of 2015. And by 2017, I was dead. How bipolar. But anyway, I didn't say that to say those who want to run a business, you're going to die in 2 years. I'm a secret perfectionist. I love to, make everything perfect. And actually, my business was doing well because I actually made Ohio news. businesses in the state of Ohio, when they first opened, the first year, they go down 9%, and then they go up 11%. That thus gain up 11% the second year. So they like go down 9% the first year, and then they go up 11% the second year, and that's the way the wave goes in Ohio. I don't know. That's just what the the financials say. Anyway, my first year I went up 80%. My second year I went up 150%. So it's not that I don't know how to run a business, because the numbers show I know how to do it very well. Very. But the work that I put in was so much that in a 7-day week period, and I'm not exaggerating here, okay, in a 7-day week period, I literally, maybe on a good week, I slept 5 of those nights, but I was averaging 3 to 4 nights of sleep in a week. Let that resonate for a second. You got that? Everyone sleeps every night, don't they? At least fucking 5 hours. Hell, if you get 2, you got more than me. But I was averaging, 3 to 4 nights of sleep a week. It was a good week if I slept 5 nights that week. And it eventually caught up to me. You see what I'm saying? Doing that for 2 years. Kept on. And it's crazy because when I did go to sleep, it was more of a pass out. It was like, boom, dead. Couldn't do it no more, And doing that for 2 years, I eventually became what you call seriously sleep deprived, thus giving me sleep deprivation. Okay, what's up? I'm back. But I'm gonna tell you, see, I have a soda. How un-veganish of me. Family, I'm sorry. Back to what I was saying. Sleep deprivation, it does something very detrimental to your body. Okay, what it does, basically, it deteriorates your organs. A lot of people don't know this, but did you know 68% of human error in the world is due to not having sufficient rest, because your mind isn't all the way there. Okay, now I'm going to tell you like what was happening to me. First year, I'm like, I was exhausted. But everyone's like, oh, well, it's okay. It's your first business. You're working so hard. My battery just said it had 20%. Sorry. But it basically, people was just like, oh, well, you're working so hard. And, businesses, it takes 2 years for them to really just take off. And I'm like, man, I took off. Again, my first year, I went up 80%. My second, I went up 150. So you got to think about it. We was only open at first 4 days a week, but I was still working 7. Then we got so big that I opened 5 days, then 6 days. So now at this point, we're open 6 days a week, but I'm still working 7. It was more like I was awake 25/8. Sleep, oh my goodness, I didn't know what that was. So basically, a lot of times I found myself like hallucinating. And the first time I hallucinated, I'm not gonna lie to you, I literally saw a dragon come out of a light fixture. I'm walking down a hallway and a dragon literally did out of a light fixture. And I looked at it like, okay, you're hallucinating. Dragons don't float out of a light fixture. They don't do that. No. So at that point, I was like, girl, you need a rest. And so I got a chance to lay down for like maybe 2 hours, and I woke up. You know, my phone started ringing, emails are coming, girls are calling me, everything is happening. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm constantly moving, constantly moving. Let's not forget, I do have a personal life too. Just gonna throw that out there, okay? So anyway, I ignored it. And so then after that, what started to happen was I would find myself like not not like sleepwalking, but somewhat. Like I would be doing stuff, but it would be like a zombie. You ever seen that movie with Adam Sandler where he pressed fast forward, and then like he fast forwarded to the point that he wanted, and then if you look back on what he was doing then, he was like, you know, moving like a zombie? That's how I was moving. So crazy. I forgot the name of the movie, by the way. Sorry. But if y'all know what movie I'm talking about, that's the movie I'm talking about with Adam Sandler. And that's how I was moving. So, but anyway, then I was like, okay, well, maybe rather than sleeping 3 or 4 nights a week, let's try 5, you know, because it was crazy because I didn't have enough, was not enough hours in the day for me to sleep every night. As weird as that sounds, it wasn't. I had so much to do. Even when we were closing, it was numbers because I did my own accounting. I mean, I was doing follow-ups, inquiries, you know. I'm in charge of people. I was doing appointments myself, traveling, advertising, marketing. I mean, all this I was doing. You see what I'm saying? So I couldn't. I would find myself up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm finally wrapping up. Okay, now I'm hungry. Now I gotta take a shower. Up, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Time to start them inquiries again, you know, and that's how it went. And it's really sad. For real, seriously. I do know the next time in the near future that I do open up another business, I know what not to do. And that's do everything yourself. You know, I have trust issues. And I really didn't know a lot of people. I had kind of a Rolodex of girls going through. So that kind of messed up my trust as well. So I was just like, no, I need to do everything. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do know what not to do later. You know, I know what to do. Shit, I was doing great. Seriously. But it literally killed me. So now I'm moving like a zombie. Now I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna have to force yourself to sleep 5 nights a week. But I'm still a zombie. So I upped it up to 6 nights a week. 6 nights a week I'm sleeping. And I was just like, all right, this is better. You know, this is better. I can do this. I can do this. Well, no, I couldn't. Because let me tell you what happened. The day of, basically, and I didn't know this, you know, I guess like when you start moving like a zombie, reason being that you're moving like a zombie is because your organs, they shut down on a circular Rolodex. You know what I'm saying? The ones that aren't working as hard. Now, I drink wine, so my kidneys and liver are working. I need my brain, I need my heart, but there are other organs, but some of them are shutting down. You see what I'm saying? And so what they do is when your body needs your organs, when you go to sleep, basically, your organs regenerate. And so since I wasn't sleeping enough, my organs made a decision to shut down on their own to regenerate. And that happens, and when that happens, it happens on a circular Rolodex, each organ or whatever, you know, that are not being used that much for 60 to 120 seconds. That's actually what really happens scientifically. And so the day that I died, my brain actually was the organ that shut down. And so I didn't know this. I'm going to tell you what happened to me. I came downstairs from the massage boutique to get some fresh air. And it was a Sunday, a day that we're closed. I'm at the damn massage boutique. Told you I was always working. But I looked across and I seen a paramedic. Now, the area that I was in was a business area where they was only open Monday through Friday. So when I looked across and I saw the paramedic there, and there was no one on a stretcher. I was just like, why is he here? Oh well. As I turned my head, that's all I remember. Boom. The end. Passed out. Boom. I woke up with that man and another man right over me. Now, I had my little babies with me, Sultan and Sultana. Y'all seen their crazy selves on my channel before I left them. You know what I'm saying? They're the world to me. But I was like, oh my God, they're upstairs. That was all I remember saying. When I woke up again, I was in a hospital. And it was hours later. And the doctor came and talked to me and told me that I actually flatlined, died for 1 minute and 24 seconds. Yeah. This happened 3 years ago. I'm young now. So 3 years ago, I was even younger. So, needless to say, I, got rest while I was in a hospital. The doctor was like, you died of sleep deprivation. Why don't you just go to sleep? I'm like, Doc, I can't. I can't go to sleep. I have a business to run. What do you mean? He's like, well, you're going to die. We don't know if you're going to live again. So I had to make a decision. My business had a very great name. What I did was close it and sell the name. You can't do that. That's actually another thing I'm going to talk about on another day. But that's what I did. And I took my ass back to the West Coast. And I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people, they be like, well, did you see the light when you died? I'm going to be real with you. I don't know who came up with that light thing, or if they died and came back and is telling a story or whatever, but I ain't see no damn light. I ain't see light skipped me. Maybe because I'm from Sin City. Motherfucking light don't go there. Only light we get is the lights from the casinos. Now, I'm going to tell you what I saw. So, in my dream, because I thought I was dreaming. I didn't know I was dead. I didn't even know I was in a hospital, remember? So now I'm talking in my dream. This is my side of the story of what happened. So, basically, in my dream, I woke up and I was laying down in this tall, really tall, dirty grass. I don't know if anyone is familiar with New York City or like the Bronx, but that dirty ass tall grass that be out there in them fields and shit. Grass like that. And I'm looking around. And it's this short man. Now, I'm not tall. I'm only like 5'4". But he was really short, shorter than me. And he's like tugging at me. He's like, get up. Get up. You don't belong here. And I'm like, man, I'm tired. Let me fucking lay here, man. I'm tired. I thought it was real. I'm like, you want to know what? I'm going to take advantage of this lay down moment. I don't care if it's in this dirty ass grass. Ain't no bugs on me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody kicking no dirt on me. There's no nothing around me. I'm going to take advantage of this lay down moment. So I'm laying down and he's still tugging. He's like, get up, get up. You don't belong here. You don't belong here. I'm like this old ass man not finna leave me the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. I guess I'll get up. So I get up, right? And as I'm getting up, I look at him and he's really short. And he has on like, y'all know that that outfit from like Bumpy Johnson and all of that? Like one of them old time suits like that. Right? Looking clean. Short with the hat and everything. And I'm like, and I'm actually mad because I'm like, this fucking old ass man. You want to know what? Just leave me the fuck alone. Okay, so I'm thinking, man, if I get up, then he'll leave me alone. So I finally get up, mad as fuck. As soon as I get up and I stand up, that's when I open my eyes and I realize I'm in a motherfucking hospital. So like I said, everything happened with the sleep deprivation. Doctor told me, I'm like, yo, I cannot go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I got all this, I got all that. I need to run this, I need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Da 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 da. And he's like, well, you have a decision to make. So we all know my decision. I just said it. I decided to close, sell the name, and move back to the West Coast. Because like I said, all this happened in Ohio. But here's a cool, crazy twist. April of 2018, right? My grandmother passed away, bless her heart, on 4/20/2018. Anyway, I go to New York City because that's where the going away celebration was. We decided to call it a homegoing and not a funeral because she was going home. Anyway, I'm at my auntie house and I look at these pictures of the family that she has on the wall. And I get to this one picture, it's black and white. And oh my God, I've seen this man before. The man in the picture was my great grandfather from Barbados. That man that was in that picture with that same outfit was the man that made me get up and said, "You don't belong here." I don't know what to come to that. I don't know what to say to that. But I tell you what, I didn't belong in that dirty ass grass and I didn't belong dead. Tell me that's not crazy. Now that y'all had a lot of things to resonate on, literally, the after effects of my sleep deprivation. I was in a hospital for the day. I'm young. I bounced back. Besides, I was used to not having sleep. I was supposed to stay there. I left against the doctor's orders. I did. I'm not even gonna lie. I left. I had shit to do. I really did. But anyway, I did stay home. And I was in a bed for a week sleeping. I actually slept for the first time. It was a day and a half straight. Well, almost a day and a half. It was 30 hours the first time. Like when I did go home, I slept 30 hours. Boom, straight. Woke up 8. Boom. Slept again for like another 12, 13. Woke up 8. Took a shower. Boom. I slept like another 15. You see what I'm saying? And then by the time I got like to day number 4, I was up to, like sleeping, like, oh, I'll take a nap, and then I was sleeping the full nights. And I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while to get tired at a normal hour. Like, it would be 2 o'clock in the morning and my brain just kept moving. It was used to it. It's crazy, and it took me a while, but after about a week I was up and moving. My business was still going. But more people stepped in to help me that I was afraid of because I didn't have, any real people I could really trust like that. Like, all of my trusting people were out of state. And like I said, I made a decision to leave because it was either I'm going to continue on this road or, I need to go to where I have the support the most, which was on the West Coast. And that's where I have the biggest support system, seriously. And there you go. I lived. There is no white light. The man that woke me up is my great-great-grandfather. And sleep is very important. That's the moral of the story. Get your goddamn rest, or you will. And you can. It is very, very, very possible to die from sleep deprivation. I'm living proof of it. So ever since then, though, I always lived life to the fullest. I'm a Sagittarius, so we're like travelers, explorers. The world is our oyster. You can't stop us. I've always been like that. But I will say this. Ever since then, though, I do notice the more riskier I am. And 3 years ago, I was even younger than the young age I am now. I don't like to talk about my age because it doesn't matter. Just know I'm old enough to buy alcohol. The world has always been my oyster, but it's like ever since then, you know, I'm like, snap decision. What? Okay, boom, I'm doing it. Boom, I'm doing it. Boom. It's like everything that my heart desires, I do it. I don't care. Seriously. If y'all look at another channel down below, I went to Mexico by myself, to Juarez by myself. Like, things like that I do all the time. Travel. Y'all watch me. But I just really learned that life is very, very short. And if you live it in a box, you're gonna die never exploring. That's the moral of the story. Get sleep. Live life to the fullest. Follow your heart, no one else's. If you like this content, like and comments below. If you still haven't subscribed, please do. Right there. It's red. Subscribe and get notified. Thank you for watching DenverTV. I'm alive.